Hello everyone, and welcome to the After Hours. This is the Effector series, episode 1. First, let me tell you a little bit about the series, why I decided to record these videos, and what I hope to cover. The world of front-end development keeps booming. We have plenty of technologies to solve our business goals, from something simple and minimalistic like React, where one has to bring all additional niceties with them, or something like Angular, where the batteries are included. There are plenty of options in between, catering to all sorts of approaches and skill sets. Majority of these frameworks and libraries are primarily concerned with rendering UI. Their goals are performance and buttery smooth UX, 60 FPS and all that jazz. However, UX does not a business application make. While it is preferable to have good UX, your application is nothing without business logic. And what is business logic? Broadly speaking, business logic, if I were to paraphrase US Senator Ted Stevens, it's a series of tubes.
And again, the internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. It's a series of tubes.
Usually, it's some kind of data pipeline where there's data ingress, for example, reading JSON from an API, some conditional processing, and some form of egress, which usually manifests as UI representation of those data. If we were to look at some current web applications, its source code would probably resemble a scene from Terry Gilliam's movie Brazil. A fancy restaurant filled with the most powerful members of society having a very upscale experience, and then there are these corrugated metal pipes and plastic hoses snaking right through the middle of it. Not very aesthetically pleasing and quite disruptive. In a typical React application, you are bound to have hooks everywhere, your data processing is tied extremely closely to the UI, and there is no hope to untangle that unholy mess. There are many tutorials on how to manage this, but this ends up just shifting the complexity elsewhere. Abstractions start to leak, and the perfect architecture starts to crumble. It also has quite direct consequences for testing. So what do we do about it? I don't pretend to have some universal solution, but for a while now, I've been following and supporting the development of a library called Effector. It positions itself as a framework for building business logic. Its motto is business logic with ease. It does not try to be specific to any UI framework and integrates with most of them. It allows you to describe your business logic orthogonally to the UI representation, it can be tested in isolation, external dependencies can be mocked, side effects can be stubbed. It is not without its quirks either, and barrier to entry can be quite high. However, there's a very nice and helpful community that is able to answer most of your questions about it. The library itself is TypeScript native, so you can have higher confidence in your code. In the next episode, I will show you how to start with this library, so I'll be seeing you there. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.